Patrick McEnroe also beat Marc Rosset, the big serving Swiss, seeded 21.
Yeah, he had a great tournament, didn't he?
30-all here, first set. And Malavia Washington has the first break of this match right here.
And there's an example of the free point on the big point, the break point, and Pete rubbed his eyes afterwards. Once again, for the folks at home, Pete Sampras is looking right into a South Florida sun, and it will be pretty bad throughout this match for the next couple hours. Very little wind today, probably the calmest day of the 10-day tournament. And the fact that Mal Washington hasn't played a daytime match might be very interesting. He's only played at night. In the last couple of days, anyway.
I asked him about that after the match late last night, and he said, I get paid to come out here and play for a long time and be ready for the next day. It puts you in good shape, and I'll be ready. And I believe that he's very strong. He's very fit. He's a no-excuse kind of guy.
The Sampras serve will be a real key to today's match. He said he didn't serve. In fact, he said he served very mediocre in the first couple of sets in the semifinal over Peter Korda. And then he got it working very well in the third set. And that's a real pivotal part of his game. Sampras finding himself in his favorite position. He'll be spending a lot of time up at the net. Good athleticism from Pete Sampras. Terrific balance, very loose and fluid with the overhead. Does a good job to get up to it. And it's tough on that side, as Pam mentioned, because he's looking into that sun.
And Sampras has the ace for the first game in the first set. We'll be back with more of the men's final from Key Biscayne after this. Here at the Lipton Championships, Pete Sampras leads 1-love. And let's take a look at the past champions of this tournament.
Michael Chang won it last year and then was just ushered out of this event by Ondruska of South Africa earlier on. Jim Courier won it in 91 and then went on to win the French Championships, and then he repeated last year, so this was a springboard for him. Agassi has won it, Ivan Lendl's won it twice, Matsville under Miloslav Mechir, who may be coaching Ondruska incidentally because they both have Czechoslovak background, and Tim Mayotte won the first one.
I'm sure many people remember that Malavia Washington was an outstanding player at the University of Michigan, won the '88 Volvo Collegiate Championships in Athens, Georgia, and helped the Wolverines reach the NCAA semifinals.
He was the top college player in 1988.
Yeah, I was going to say when we were talking earlier about his bio, you know, that you can't really complete a bio without mentioning University of Michigan. There's his dad, William, who is really has been his coach from the time that he was knee-high to a grasshopper. And he still credits him.
Yeah, he does. He's also here with Brian Gottfried, but he credits his father for being his coach and will always be his coach. There's Brian Gottfried.
Been working with him now about 3 years, and as you said, he's moved to Ponte Vedra Beach. Brian Gottfried is the pro at the ATP Tour headquarters in Ponte Vedra Beach. The reason that Malavia moved down there for, one of the reasons was because Gottfried is there.
30-15.
You can see just how close the two coaches are sitting to each other. There's Tim Gullickson, Sampras' coach.
And Betsy, the reason why is because Gullickson's been sitting in that corner all week long, and he's superstitious, so he didn't want to sit on the other side.
Nobody was budging Tim today. 40-15.
Both players' coaches were great players in their own day. Both won a lot of big doubles championships as well as singles. In fact, Tim and Tom Gullickson lost in the finals of the Wimbledon doubles 1983.
And Malavia Washington evens it up here in the first set.
Tim's brother Tom Gullickson, and they're identical twins, in case you did not know that. One's a lefty, one's a righty. That's the only way you can tell them apart. Is part of the USTA National Player Development Program. Mal Washington was at a certain time part of that program, one of the national team when he was at the University of Michigan.
You can look on their hands. Wedding rings are on different fingers for those guys.
Just so fluid with every stroke, Pete Sampras is. He takes this one very early. Look at the balance, the early preparation. Gets the racket head way out in front. Nice high follow through to get the top spin. He's probably the most fluid and relaxed player to watch play. His service motion is, I think, one of the most fluid and just so smooth. That's how he gets all his power. Leads the ATP Tour with 198 aces, Pete Sampras, and of course this tournament he's leading with 44 aces.
You'll get no argument from me about what you just said about his serve. He has a terrific motion.
15-all.
There's a little pause as you can see him down. He keeps the racket lower longer than most great servers.
Well, Pete's forehand is clearly not on at the moment. I mean, most of the unforced errors so far early in this match have come off that forehand wing. Also, Richard Kaufman's microphone is not working, so we have a little technical difficulty, and sometimes that can be a little annoying to the players and also the crowd.
That is his second ace. Interestingly, Sampras has pulled out the big serve points, the aces, when he's needed to. He was down in the first game, as you know, a mere 111 on that serve. He'll juice it up here as this match grows a little older.
You can get arrested twice for that serve.
And another forehand error from Pete Sampras. And Pam, you're right. That's his 8th forehand error in just almost 3 games.